Heyo, it's me, Harper Savage, and today I got the sketchbook out because it's time for another Drawtober. So let's see what the prompt is. The 16th through 20th is Spellbound Princess, so let's take a look at our concept page. So for some concepts, I came up with a sleeping princess surrounded by flowers, very stereotypical, if you ask me, and a princess trapped inside a potion bottle of some kind. Maybe she's floating, maybe she's not floating, I don't know. And then my third idea was a princess kind of like looking into a mirror and seeing a monster, like, you know, a Shrek kind of Spellbound. And I didn't like the potion idea, so I went ahead and did these two ideas bigger. And even though it's a cliche, I'm kind of feeling the sleeping princess surrounded by some kind of floral. So let's turn to a blank page and start sketching. All right, I got my pencil and eraser. Let's get started. A circle. I think the head might be too big and too far up, like the neck is too long. Like, do I move the head down or the body up? I think I'll move the head down the best that I can. Shoulders are too wide too. Ugh, can't do nothing. I want it to be like some kind of spiritual or like visible curse orby thing that she's kind of holding. I'm not sure if this is the like spell or if this is like her counteracting the spell by keeping her soul pure. I don't know. It just looked cool in my brain, okay? My eyelashes. First we need some sort of like tiara. Maybe some like crystal looking tiara. I'm also like, is she laying down or is she floating? Like, we should make sure the hair is in a movement where it looks like it's doing whatever she's doing, right? I kind of had her rooted in the original concept. Like there was roots growing up, but maybe it's like roots growing around her instead. Also, she needs clothes. So she's like definitely wearing some kind of corset thing, some kind of lacy thing coming out of it, I guess. And I want her to have like the long sleevey things too. Erase that for right now. I want her to have more of like a puff. All right, I think we're kind of going with her. Like she's floating, perhaps. Now I'm kind of like, should we ditch the flower idea and maybe have her surrounded by more crystal-y things? Maybe she went Final Fantasy 13 and is like a crystal princess. I don't know. I'm gonna draw the hands. Oh boy. I guess that wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. They're not perfect, but I think I can just fix them up digitally. Oh, maybe she has ears. Does she need ears? Does she really need ears? I don't know. Do we need ears? I mean, one would be showing here-ish, I feel. Are we just doing a regular, like, human princess? Doing an elf princess? I feel like a human princess is fine. I think that's enough for us to get started, so let me get this onto my iPad. I got it on my iPad, so let's get started. Okay, here it is all done. I don't have a really great backstory this time, but I think maybe she's constantly having to cast some kind of spell, so she's kind of like stuck in time in a way. Like some kind of protective or life spell, I don't know. That's all I got. But that is going to be it for me today. If you want to check out the last Drawtober, you could tap the thumbnail here. If you want to catch up on anything you missed, you could tap the thumbnail here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to do all the cool YouTube things of commenting, liking, subscribing, and turning on that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!